Denver, Colorado is Fort Collins.
It's been named one of the most perfect places to live in the country.
But the houses, they need some help. Annie, can you grab me some more nails?
Nails. This is big, Jordan.
I know.
We're both designers, we're both builders. But we have very different approaches.
I am all about the function.
And I'm all about the mood.
When we meet in the middle, each house turns into something special. We found our house a couple years ago. It's a 1905 Italianate style house.
We rehabbed a bunch of radiators and put radiant heat back in. We put the push pin lights back in. It's a new house, but we made it old.
A lot of the houses in Fort Collins are like ours. They got great bones, but they need a little help.
So a few weeks ago, we met with the Mahaffey's. They've been here for 10 years, and so they've made no improvements on the house, and it desperately needs it.
The biggest problem with the house is it's really has a dysfunctional flow.
Like a lot of these older houses have been built on several times, and right outside the kitchen there's an addition, and in order to get to the outside you go from the kitchen to the master to the living room to the outside, so the flow just doesn't work.
My parents and my brother and his wife, they come visit us often, so we struggle because we don't have much space.
The Mahaffey's have mostly moved out of the house, so they're ready to get started on this. Today, we're going to meet with them and do the final walkthrough.
As we've been brainstorming what direction this house can go in, our vision and our inspiration is kind of more European living. We're going to redo the entire exterior. We're adding a new front entrance, changing some of the architecture from the front, adding a outdoor patio and fire pit.
Sounds good.
What the siding material currently is, we want to change that up. How do you guys feel about doing a stucco siding?
I can't really picture it, but I trust you guys.
Should we head inside?
So let's start talking about the living room in here. I think it's kind of odd that a room that has such a gigantic window still somehow feels dark.
Yeah.
I think the solution to that is let's vault these ceilings. Let's get in there. Let's create a huge vault. Go from an 8-foot ceiling all the way up to 16 feet.
Jordan came up with a really great idea to bring in a ton of light. So it's like a skylight on steroids. So you're going to have all this natural light that is just flooding the space. It'll hit into the kitchen. And so you're going to feel like indoor-outdoor is going to be really easy to transition to.
Nice.
Nice. All right, so the big thing is going to be rearranging this flow. Not only do you have a wall, a half wall going on here, we're able to take this wall down. We're actually going to take this fridge wall, we're going to cut it back to this back wall so this can become one solid wall. We'll be also knocking this entire wall out. You wanted to be able to walk in that front door and see all the way to the back of your house. So that's going to achieve that.
Sounds good.
Sounds great.
Let's check out what is your current master bathroom.
So this is it, huh?
This is it.
I think what we need to do is just turn this just into full laundry.
Yeah. The exciting thing about us having to transform this space totally to laundry means you're getting your own master suite.
I guess we can address the positives is that this is a huge space. However, this flow is kind of that recurring thing. Through here, kind of imagine that there's going to be a wall here with your bedroom on this side of the wall, and we're going to be able to rework this entire space in here, give you a huge shower, double vanity, separate toilet room. It will give you a big walk-in closet as well.
I think that would be great.
Let's talk a little bit about the mood of this space. In this room, I think it would be fabulous if we can do the walls and the trim, same color, monochromatic, but a deep, rich tones. I want to invoke a space of respite, but like this is your like romantic retreat for the two of you.
That sounds awesome. We need that retreat. We don't have any privacy right now.
Yeah,
Great.
yeah. Thank you for putting the trust in here. I know you're gonna love it.
Sounds good.
Good?
Cool.
Yes.
Okay.
I watched some of their homes that they started off in and remodeled and sold, and we're really impressed with the work that they did. We like their style.
This job is huge. It's going to be pretty much a gut job.
Yeah. Things go well, we're going to get this done in about 8 weeks, and hoping to keep the budget somewhere 150, 160. If you don't find any surprises, but hopefully we'll be right around that number. So part of the plan is to vault these ceilings, give some space, some height to the living room, as well as get some natural light down there through some skylights. However, kind of thinking that there's some space up here that we can somehow use. Kind of got an idea.
What did you just do?
No one's done anything.
Spend your Sunday night.
What did you just do?
No one's done anything.
What are you doing?
Can you come up here? I've got an idea.
What are you doing?
I'm up here just checking this out for the vault.
Oh, it's big up here.
I think we could use this space up here.
Can you help me out?
You gonna come all the way up?
Can I? I feel like it's a rebirth. No, wait, this makes me so nervous. Okay, thanks. Yeah, this is big. This is really big.
What do you think about like a sleeping loft above the bathroom?
That's a good idea.
We're still missing that, solving that problem of space and
For sleeping, yeah.
giving them a secondary spot where guests can stay. However, today, I think we solved it. All right, so I'm thinking that if we just get rid of the insulation in that pipe, put in a window, finish it out, throw a pony wall that just overlooks the living room and a little ladder.
Okay, I like it. I want to add to it. Let's make this a playroom bonus space. So it's sleeping and it's playroom. We can have little hide-a-bed, and then instead of just a like half wall,
Yeah.
do a full railing so that they can see down into the kitchen.
That's an entire bedroom that just came out of nowhere.
Strike again. Good job.
We've spent the better part of a week framing up the house, and we are starting to see that new flow that we were going for. Master bedrooms framed up, the bathrooms all in place.
Yep. You can see all the way to the back. That was our big goal. It took us a little bit to get there, but you can see all the way to the back.
I think it looks pretty awesome, actually. It feels big.
Yeah.
We are at Uncle Benny's. It's a resource store for us. It's got building materials, antique doors. It's got beams and slabs and tile, and it's got a little bit of everything.
Thing with that is hey.
Why don't you take Ryan to get doors?
Okay.
I'm gonna go look for beams. We got like 25 minutes until he loses it, so let's get going.
Theme break.
We're trying to find a few more beams that we can install up in the ceiling just as a decorative item, but something that'll give some more of that warmth and rusticness.
Let's look at this one. Can you help me pull this one out? The front door, I think, is going to be our one of the biggest statements on the house. I want something that's really solid, so it feels like there's craftsmanship in the house. I think this is the door. Look at this, Ryan. Where'd you guys get this door?
Yeah, this came from a restaurant. It's had a lot of use. As far as doors go here, it's pretty unique. A 32 panel.
Yeah,
We,
I love
maybe
it.
once a year we see these.
This is perfect.
This is what I'm talking about. Look, we got lots of them. These are all part of a historic bridge that got taken down. So it'll be really cool to have a story in the house, too. Wow.
So we got our doors, we got the beams with 2 kiddos.
In
Today
like
was,
3 hours.
and we only had 1 granola bar. Been a really successful day.
Yes. We got a lot of stuff going on right now. Started stuccoing the outside. We got beams going in all over the place. The beams are kind of like the first element, the first texture of design that's going in there. And it's going to kind of sets the mood. When you walk into the house, you want something in the house that reminds you of old.
The main space is going to feel aged.
So we insulated drywall, and now you can start kind of seeing a little bit of the light at the end of the tunnel. You can start seeing the pieces come together.
I want to show you a bunch of kitchen stuff is in. I always say the heart of the house is the kitchen. It's going to be where most of the living is done. So
Everybody
this
says
is like,
that too, though, to be fair.
that's so rude that he did that. I'm excited about the kitchen. The way the space is so big and open, I want there to be like certain elements that really draw you in. This door style is going to go along this bank
The more
of
like
doors.
elegant, like
Yes. So it's going to feel more like a furniture piece is kind of my goal here. And then all the other cabinets are going to be the white, a little bit more simple shape here.
this is all one color on this wall, and everything else.
This is what I want to be
What
black.
color? Black on this wall.
Yeah.
I know we're doing black.
They're going to be cruel, but black. Not all black. Just a little bit of black. It's a green black.
It looks black.
It's a black with the green undertones. It's going to feel like a elegant chef's kitchen, not so industrial, but a little more pretty.
With all the natural light we have, I think it would work. I'm happy to need as much storage as possible in this house, and we're trying to give that to them. So I've been working on some shelves in the kitchen, some open shelves, and fabricating, putting together. I think it's going to really help the function of this house. The guys that weld this together, they got it all custom made. I think it came out pretty awesome.
I was wanting like slotted wood.
What do you mean? Wait, so you said a slotted shelf? What does that mean?
Slotted wood, like so it's individual, like 2 inch with a gap, 2 inch with a gap, 2 inch with a gap.
You don't want me to just like cut a shelf and just put it on?
No.
Come on. I've got this vision, and then here comes Annie comes in at that point and then puts her vision all over too. And generally those visions,
Aren't the same.
no. How am I gonna like connect that?
Well, I think we can either screw from the bottom or we can just epoxy all those.
120 some screw holes going through all this?
Good thing you know how to do all your math so good. We forget that once we hit this part in the project, every time we fight.
I was planning on some simple shelves, just a full shelf.
It's going to tie in the old world feel that we're trying to bring into this space.
Someone's gonna give and cave, and
Yeah.
I usually have to cave.
Yeah, that's probably true to say.
Yeah.
Sweet and slick.
So I have an idea for the master bathroom shower that I want to throw by you and see what you think.
Okay.
It's a little unique. It's a little different. I'm thinking in here that we do a stucco shower, which is done in Europe. I wanted it to feel very like relaxational and spa. From the moment they walk in this bathroom, it feels like they're in a bathhouse. No grout lines, this continued surface space in here that has this light texture could be a way to go.
You mean like stucco?
Stucco. I want it to feel like a retreat for them, and I think this will do it.
I could be open to the stucco.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes! Okay, good. I think this is going to be great. It's going to be beautiful.
So Annie's been really stuck on this whole stucco shower thing. But I did some research, and I think I found a product that's going to be similar. It's actually a plaster, and I feel way more comfortable if we use that for the longevity of the project.
Yeah. So we got a win-win here. I get the bathhouse feel, which was my whole goal from the beginning.
And I
And
get a shower that isn't going to disintegrate upon the first usage.
disintegrate? So ridiculous. The house is looking really awesome.
All the exterior work, all the stucco's done. All of our windows have come in and paint's going on. Floors, for the most part, done.
Cabinets are going in.
We're in.
Listening to some of the needs that the Mahafis had, they love being outside. This is awesome having this space now open up. I bet we doubled the space. They're gonna love this. It's perfect. This is a great idea.
Today's the last day at the Mahaffey house.
Got paint.
Tile, trim, cleaning. We got a lot to do.
We got lots to do.
Okay, Annie, I need your help finally now.
Okay, can I move this box past you and then come back? So the front door that we picked out is looking fabulous. We have come to find out that there's a mate. So there was a set of doors that was in a restaurant for years and years. We thought we have to keep them together. So it is now the barn door going into their bathroom, and it is like perfect. It wraps up the design of the whole house so nicely. We honestly couldn't have planned it any better.
So I got the slotted shelves that Annie really wanted in the kitchen done. Actually went together pretty quick and easy, and I think it looks great. Where are those spacers?
I moved the box in the
Oh,
bathroom.
that's what I wanted.
Sorry.
And the instructions.
Okay, well,
Look at that.
I'm planning for about 4 or 5 mood swings throughout the day. I think I'm going to be on a bit of a roller coaster of my emotions. I'm not ready for this.
I'm super excited for that roller coaster too. It's gonna be
We're going to work in opposite sides of the house today.
awesome.
Okay, down. Let me measure again. 22. I might have done too much.
Too much, huh?
So let's lift up that corner. I'll bunch it and then you can do it again.
Okay, let's go through the house.
Come on.
Looks a little different.
This is your new house.
Oh my
Ready?
gosh.
Ooh.
It's amazing.
It looks completely different.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So before we had that blue siding everywhere, there was no formal entrance really to draw you into the home.
So we wanted to add some of that back and give you guys that kind of this old world cottage kind of a look.
I can just tell now it's going to be something that we can open up, enjoy the weather in Colorado, probably leave them open a lot of the year.
Right.
Yeah.
And just enjoy this.
Yeah, I really want to see the inside.
Go
Let's
ahead.
do it.
Let's see it.
Oh my gosh.
These recruits make cooking.
You think that means she likes it?
I think so.
I love it. I love the whole thing.
So before we had ceilings that were much lower, and it just kind of sucked all the light out of the house. Our big change is these vaulted ceilings. Now we have this bright, beautiful space that feels really grand.
And I love the beams.
There's a 100-year-old bridge that they took down. So
They
we
got
were able
those
to get
in
these
there.
beams for it.
Wow.
So like
It
a
looks
little
so
local
awesome.
history in here.
It really is a completely different house.
Kitchen took a lot of work.
Oh my gosh. It looks completely new.
Before, in order to get into the kitchen, you kind of had to swing around this wall that had the backwards facing bar. We took the whole thing down. We needed more space in the kitchen, so we pushed the whole thing back another 6 feet or so. So at this point, the amount of space you've gained, I mean, this kitchen is night and day different than what you guys were dealing with before. So one thing that's always puzzled me is you guys have family that comes from out of town or even out of the country and stays with you. And before, you guys had to get through the master bedroom to get to the living room, which the living room also served as the pull-out couch for your guests. And we had to figure out a way to solve that problem. So we created a loft. Why don't you guys go check it out?
Oh my gosh. The kids are coming with this. Oh wow.
I never would have guessed the roof was tall enough to accommodate this. and then you just cut a hole in the wall for another window,
Yeah.
it would feel completely
Yeah.
different without
Yes.
the window.
This is perfect. This
Yeah.
is what we needed. Oh my gosh. Looks awesome.
So before you had your master bedroom, which was just a very large room with a lot of access points, and now it is just your private space.
Now tell me, what do you guys think about the color?
I like it.
I like it.
Do you?
I was
Yeah.
a little bit nervous when you said, dark,
Uh-huh.
and I really like it.
Behind you, you'll see we were able to save some space by using the barn door. It just has this old world kind of look.
Can we open it? Oh my gosh.
Ah,
Oh, finally.
We decided to try something that's pretty unique as we give you a plaster shower. So you have no grout lines that you're ever going to have to clean. You just rinse it down with water.
that's special.
Yeah.
They put a lot of thought into every single space.
It's just what we wanted.
We're very thankful. Don't burn it.
I don't think it could have gone better. Did you feel good?